What is going on YouTube? Hit it back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to continue from where we left off in yesterday's video. Over the past couple of weeks, we've had some very peculiar, or I'd say days, not weeks, but over the past couple of days, we've had some very peculiar movements on the markets. As you guys know, leading to what we're going to talk about today, we were tracking massive descending flags as well as kind of symmetrical triangles here. You can see on XRP, we had a what we thought were 3 points in descending flags here. This would have been the third that we were currently in. And then we started to see breakouts outside of those descending flags, which was very surprising. And that has then formed on Bitcoin into some sort of sideways channel. So as we thought was as we thought XRP was breaking out, Bitcoin wasn't doing anything. Bitcoin was just trading sideways. And then you can see 2 days ago, Bitcoin trading sideways. And you can see we now had to rethink our positions, change some stuff up. And we came up with some better symmetrical triangle formations here on XRP and these other cryptos. And that might maybe aid us in figuring out a better kind of position and a better timing of a potential breakout. As you guys can see on these cryptocurrencies, we've definitely made a major change to the XRP charts, which we'll talk about in a minute with you. You can see where we have an uptrend here, where we have the downtrend, kind of trying to figure out where in the world the downtrend is leading to. And I'm also going to show you the charts for XRP on BidFi, as those to me look a little bit clearer than XRP. We'll then look at Ethereum here, which you can see we've pretty much drawn a new kind of ascending fractal formation outside its descending flag here, breaking us to the upside right here. And then we're going to look at Bitcoin, which has been doing nothing but trading sideways for the past couple of weeks. Literally since we broke into it on June 21st, we've been trading sideways, just floating sideways since June 21st in a total of, let's see how many days, a total of 21 days of trading sideways. We're going on 3 weeks now of trading sideways, which is extremely boring and very annoying for those of us that are impatient. But, good things come to those that are patient and wait. So we'll see what exactly happens. We'll also be looking at the S&P, which you can see is doing some pretty good things. We are in some sort of uptrend here, that's for sure, but I'm not entirely positive as to what the outcome of this might be, as I'm shocked we're starting to head upwards here again. I'm very shocked. You can see, for the most part, I thought we would double top and then reverse. I just think we're so close to being overbought that it's necessary for us to dip lower here. I believe with us trading at 63 on the relative strength indicator, this is necessary for us to dip. We were trading at 75 and here we are practically at the same point and no longer overbought. We're now at 62, but there's not much more room for us to head up. We can head up higher here. It's very possible we can inch up a little bit higher, but again, we'll be overbought. And again, I will consider or expect to see and anticipate a dip back to the downside here. I really think it's healthy and necessary for the S&P to slide lower. But I will talk more about this in a minute with you guys. Definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's jump into today's episode. So for those that are new or catching back up, as you guys know, the global crypto market cap is at 1.19 trillion. We're up 0.9%. We've been kind of consolidating over the past couple of days here. You can see over the last 7 days, we haven't really been seeing much movement with a lot of these cryptocurrencies. Ignore the USD coin, but BNB. We saw some interesting things with XRP, Cardano, Doge, Solana, Litecoin. Nothing's really ticking or moving. You can see over the past 7 days, nothing's really moving at all, except Solana, which was up 17% wildly, but everything else, and even over the 24-hour period, isn't really seeing much movement. But regardless of that, focusing on XRP, we made some major changes yesterday trying to figure out what in the world is going on, because there's definitely indicators forming on XRP as I speak, but it's trying to find them that has become so excruciatingly difficult over the past couple of days. I'm trying to make sense of what this is looking like, because I don't want to say this is it, because we aren't hitting resistance here. And then I could skew this lower, but then we were breaking through the top. So it's hard for me to say, oh, this is where we're moving to. So I kind of discovered this pattern, which we have drawn on XRP, which does kind of make sense here, where we had resistance, where we've been using this as a means of support, actually, bouncing off this numerous times. Then we break through it, and we've been using it as a bit of resistance. So I'd likely think that this could be it. And maybe as we fill in this gap here, then we'll have that decision. And an opportunity to buy in would take place above the yellow resistance here, the yellow downtrend and the blue support. We also had to tweak this blue support to kind of aid in our kind of favor of where we think these markets are going to be moving to. It's definitely very difficult here because truly, I would say, oh, we're still in a downtrend. We're still in some sort of descending fractal here. And it's very possible that this could be, just as accurate too. Maybe we are still in a descending fractal. It is too early to tell, and it is too difficult to figure out what exactly is forming here. But I do believe we are getting close to some sort of end game, some sort of end point here that should hopefully aid us in moving up. But it's too tough. It's really very difficult for me to figure this out. I'm actually going to switch these from blue to yellow to continue our 3-point descending flag here, and I'll switch this to blue as a potential descending symmetrical triangle, whatever you want to call it here. Regardless, I do think right around here things start to end and decisions will have to be made pretty much where we are, and that's where I'm left with. Now, obviously, we've been doing these trades on BidFi, the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange that I like to use here on the channel. BidFi lets you buy long, sell short, leverage trade, create stop losses, take profits. Everything you can possibly think of is offered on BidFi, which is super cool. If you ask me, BidFi has been doing some pretty big things over the past couple of weeks, months, years. Honestly, the amount of improvements. They just refreshed their website, as you guys can see here, their exchange, as you can see here. But I really like the fact that they offer the opportunities to long, short, to leverage trade, even XRP, which not many exchanges offer, which makes BidFi stand out from the rest. The fact that BidFi has XRP, unlike all these other exchanges, is a really, really, really beneficial part of their exchange. And when you guys ask me, where do I trade? This is where I trade XRP. Not only that, they also offer a demo account, which gives you $100,000 in Monopoly money to test your skills completely free. That means you can literally practice trading free without any risk. You can sign up to the platform free. You can trade around risk free, and you can mess around on the exchange. You can test your own trades. You can, put my trades that I make personally to the test. If you were trying to copy me, you can do whatever you want. Make sure to check it out. I always recommend starting with the demo account first, getting familiar with the platform, and either sticking with it demo, entirely, or eventually switching over to the live if that's how you so feel. Now, the best part about BidFi is they even offer a welcome rewards bonus of up to $2,888 completely free by filling out and doing some of these new user tasks as well as advanced tasks right here. You can check this out down in the description below of today's video, which is also super cool. And moving forward from XRP and from BidFi here, looking at Ethereum, Bitcoin, and the S&P 500, you guys can see Ethereum's doing some pretty peculiar things here. As you guys know, we've been tracking, for the most part, this kind of descending flag, for sure, inside an Elliott impulse. This is the flagpole right here, clear as day. Here's the actual flag itself, where we are trading, inside this. Higher lows, lower highs, filling in the higher lows and lower lows, filling in this gap here. Lower lows and lower highs. I keep getting it twisted, but we did create an Elliott impulse wave. We knew when we would break out. We confirmed through our last retest on 5 here. When we broke through this, that was the opportunity to buy in. We bought in. We get stopped out, we buy back in, blah, 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 blah. What we're waiting for patiently now, and we started to discover, hey, this is forming an ascending fractal. Maybe this will lead us upwards. And more so, we bounced off support here and the floor. So we're really waiting for this green band to be broken. We've tested it the past 3 days here. We're waiting for this to break. And once we do, I very much so expect to see a nice high recovery up to about 2K, if not even higher than 2K on Ethereum, which is super impressive if you ask me. Now, wrapping things up with Bitcoin. So as you guys know, XRP buying opportunity is above this mess right here, maybe closer to 48 cents. Ethereum is above 1900. We're retesting if we close the daily. And then Bitcoin, very similar, is breaking above the $31,300 price ceiling. You can see very similar pattern happened here, where we had a beautiful, this is textbook. This is textbook. We have the beautiful flagpole. We have the beautiful flag itself. We have an Elliott impulse wave. Then on top of that, and I don't know what happened here and why these got tweaked, but we had it something like this. This is how it was. And then this was like this. Don't know how that tweaked. Whatever. You can see this is the Elliott impulse wave. They have the beautiful uptrend. the flagpole. Here's the flag itself, filling in the gap inside the descending flag. We confirmed the break right here, and then we exploded to the upside, capitalizing off this run. Extremely profitable, extremely profitable. Then we started to play around inside this flag. We did get stopped out. Now we've kind of been sitting ducks, waiting for confirmation break outside the sideways channel here. Pain in the butt sideways channel, but I do believe it will break at some point or another. We're waiting for us to breach this price ceiling here. Once we can break through 31,288, this is the opportunity to long to the upside here. That's what I expect. So we need to close the daily above this, then we can long it, because if we don't, we break through floor, then it's a short opportunity. But we'll see what happens. Lastly, wrapping things up for the S&P, you guys can clearly tell. Also, doing whatever it wants, but nearing overbought. I mean, we can continue to pump higher here. I mean, that's great, but I just expect a correction. You know, I would not recommend putting money in here. Again, what do I know? This is my personal beliefs and thoughts. I don't plan on putting money in here. I would much rather wait for this to dip lower, and more so if I leave that alone. You can see that would put us back down to moving average, which might drop us down to 50 on the RSI, which is necessary on the weekly charts because we are freaking overbought. Overbought, retesting that price ceiling. It is necessary for a pullback. It is necessary for a pullback, and that's what I'm hoping for. But that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. Let's patiently wait this out. I do believe the end of this year into next year is when we will see all-time highs on the S&P, as I've said so many times over and over. But with that being said, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.